Damn. Let's talk. Because that's all I got to say. They want to do another Let's Talk, but SGC has done it to us now. I I expected, PSA to do something because of their backlog, and they put in a thing saying that prices won't stay, which I think people, from what I'm watching on other YouTube channels, the because of the investing side, it's not going to stop them. Um, it's going to stop them from sending in uh, the base rookies and things that are just going to be $40. They're not going to and have to wait 8 months. That is not going to change the prices, but they're going to keep sending in the $100 card that they can get back in 3 months. The way it sounds, they don't mind a little bit more, but they're going to gamble on the 10. But with SGC, maybe this will help them with the gain some traction in the resale world, um, because of they're saying they're going to get them back to you within a month. Uh, so at $25, because their backlog is empty. But I don't know how long that's going to last, where it's going to be empty and they're going to keep up with it. And way it sounds, it's going to be in a $20 range for bulk. So even with that, kind of makes I'm talking about investors and flippers and stuff. That's the whole market is geared to that now. The collector, we have to deal with it. Um, it might sideline some people. Uh, I I'm not gonna say I won't be sending a PSA, but I'm gonna be in a wait and see mode with PSA, because if I want to sell cards, I'm just gonna send them into SGC, and for now, for $20 a bulk in a group, and get them back in a month. Um, $25 total with shipping a card or whatever, uh, and sell it with SGC and take a little bit of a hit on the resale. But some cars, they get out in the market in a month. You're not going to see those PSA cards, especially it's going to be under the $100 mark, where you're making $25 a card or whatever. Uh, and some of the, even with under 200, I just don't see the significance of sending in a card right now to PSA. And I think that's going to help SGC in the long run. These CSG, CGS believing that's all they send. I mean, geez, they will defend them. It doesn't matter what SGC does; they'll defend them till forever, which is fine. Everybody's got to be fanboys of something. I'm not. I, was, I had a text conversation with Mike O tonight about his group, if he's heard anything. So when I went to do this video, I can have information. He has not. I'm just going off of what some other groups have done, uh, and also uh, just kind of what his thoughts are. I already knew he talked about it a little bit in a video the other night, but he said he's going to try it, all of them, even GMA. He's going to send some to Beckett. He does not like Beckett. I told him the same thing. I got stuff at CDC. HGA, I tried and tried. I'm going to give up. Um, I just think that somebody being opportunistic with what's going on, and very good at marketing and making his cards an artificially wanted, because you have to wait in line to get in. I don't know if I talked about it in the last video, but I talked to one of my friends. My younger days, I was a weekend warrior partier. went out to a lot of nightclubs and bars. I might not look it, but I did, and I knew a lot of the promoters and things, and even in the big Vegas area, just you always want a line in front of your place. You might wait in line for a half an hour to get in, and there's 25 people in the club when you get there. But they're going to keep a line because everybody wants to go to the club or the bar that's hard to get into. Nobody wants to go to one that you could just walk in, and that might be the funner one. It's just all perception. So if you're holding out 2,400 people and you're making them fight to get in every Friday night for that 30 seconds to 2 minutes that it's open. And we all know bots. Bots are in the game now with them. Just from the people that are getting returns, they're bot users. So that's who's going to be getting them. So why fight that? And I don't know this AI grading. I don't. I'm not a believer in it yet. If it was that easy to do, this guy in an interview pretty much has done this in a 6 to 8 month period. He because of the pandemic and couldn't. Uh, and this is going to probably be longer than my 10 to 15 minute longer let's talks because I got a lot to talk about. Uh, I just think he couldn't go gambling, so he bought cases and it went to grade cards, and it took forever to do the 10-day turnaround or whatever. He decided to start his own and he put 2 million capital in it. I just think if this AI was just sitting around, wouldn't some of the big boys already be kind of using it? And I've heard, and this isn't just me saying this, I've seen this with other people. I've brought this up. Uh, and when I saw that, it clicked like, yeah, I mean, PSA is talking about robots and stuff, but they're talking about with other things like processing the mail and things like that. They're not really talking about actually grading, and I don't know how you get around that. You can put measurements for a card and learn, and they can tell you like if it fits the measurements and all that. But this high resolution, and it'll tell you if there's any imperfections in the picture. You can't tell me about it. We got to see it, and he's not showing it, and for different reasons, and that's just my thoughts. And I'm not downing him. I'm not second guessing him. I'm not saying he's not in it for the right reasons, and the right reasons could be just to make money. That's not a wrong reason, but for me, I question things. That's just my nature, and when it looks kind of fishy and smells fishy, it's a little fishy. So uh, with HGA and GMA, I got GMA cards. I thought about sending some of them. I got 5 cards right now at the CDC or CD, whatever. I keep forgetting those letters. The ones that have been doing comic books and everything. Look, they grade comic books. They grade gaming cards. They grade coins. They grade money. They got the two top dogs from Beckett. Uh, I just think people I've heard that they can't trust them because they're a new company too. Well, they're not new. They're just new to sports cards. They, every everybody respects them. The same people who are saying that has their comics. Uh, so you trust them for comics, but you won't for cards. You know, you're waiting to see, and I understand that. They got the same hesitations that I have with HGA. And believe me, I'm not going to be on a soapbox and rah 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 at all. But right now, for the price that they're doing, I got 5 cards with them right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna wait to get them back because it's a 60-day turnaround. But man, it's held up in processing right now. I emailed them couple at the beginning of the week, and they said they were on 225 of of things arrived, and they still haven't put mine in the system yet. I just want to know if they received it because I got I looked at my tracker and my tracking said they received it. So it's just 5 cards, and of course the 60 days start when they put it in the system. And they haven't put down like how long it takes them. I wish if that was the case, you go to their website and say, "Oh, cards arrived on 225 is what's getting processed today." You know, I wish these companies were just more transparent on the process. You're going to charge all this money, make people wait, and it's there. And these cards now have a value. They're not just 50-cent cards. Now you're up, and so where people are sending in high value cards, I think they just need to be a little bit more transparent in the process of the cards, where they're at in the process, ETAs on to get to the next step. If one of the companies did that, now that's customer service. Answering a phone and answering questions and telling me the equivalent of waiting 15 minutes on a table at a restaurant, that's not customer service. That's just giving you an answer. Um, I worked in the service industry for years, so that to me is not customer service. I mean, it's good. It is customer service, but it's not the best customer service. And not returning emails, and if you do it 6 months later, tops. You know, I just I don't know with what's going on with SGC. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a price increase, but man, it was already $15, and you're the third company, and with HGA, you're threatened to fall to 4 in modern cards. Um, I've seen HGA modern cards. I haven't seen any, SGC for older cards for, I would even say 70s cards and below is, probably leader. But this these new guys, they want that for, they want quick turnarounds and that flashy flip and all of that stuff. And those guys grew up in, if I can't get it, that's what I want. Work mentality world, and man, and I think that's what's going to carry HGA. They want to be a player. I think they're going to be a player, and he will be smart to keep a cap. That that's the smart way to go. That'll keep the want there. Um, he's going to have to raise it eventually, but keeping a cap and letting it be known you know where it's almost a prestigious thing that you have these cards. He's graded that company graded is smart on his part, I think, just for the mentality of this because the newer collectors are 20 somethings, 30, 30s. That's the way it is. Oh, it's a line there. Well, that's where I want to be. And then if I can get a hookup, that's even better. That's what it's about. Um, that's the way it is with SGC. Uh, to me, I love that you have a 25-day turnaround. If you're going to charge that, you got to do that. But when you say later, oh, now it's 60 days, are you going to lower your price at that moment? They said they'll stop again if they're backed up to catch up. But somebody like me that's a collector, and I'm okay with waiting 8 months for my cards, and it's a price thing. Why don't you go, and it's, what, $400? Make it a $200 card and $15, $12 to send in and wait 6 months. You could say, I'm not, whatever level you want to make it at, where I don't need it in 20, 25 days. Um, and then if I do want to do that, I just think there's a price point that's missing. And I heard somebody say, like, PSA is pretty much saying, hey, we don't want your base cards. So if you want to get them graded, it's okay with us to go somewhere else. Well, you know what? That's what PSA was about. That's what the registry is about. So this new company needs to get rid of the registry. We're not doing that anymore. We're not about that. And they said it was about brand recognition. They want their brand to be on all the top cards. When these $1 million cards are being sold, a lot of them are Beckett cards to me when I see them. So they want that. They want their name to be on there. It's by same as product placement. So I'm not bitching or complaining. I understand all of it, but I just think us as collectors, the more I'm watching, the more we're being not even in the issue. It's all everybody. Look what I did. As soon as I started talking about it, it was by return on investment, how fast you get it back, how much you're going to sell, because that's what it's about. That's 100% what it's about. And us guys that are collecting are paying the price for it. Um, and I'm not. I'll collect raw, especially with ultra modern. I mean, do I have to have the? I mean, every rookie, 10 PSA? I don't think so. Most of them come out nice anyway, unless you took it and your dog ate it. I mean, most cards aren't going to be picking up. I pick up still got picking up cards, everyday cards on sport lots to fulfill a large part of my PC. But I go on eBay to pick up the harder. I got some of the short prints from this year. You know, for the Mets cards and some other guys. And I I've been lucky enough at Mart Target. They had an abundance of the top series one for a while, so I got quite a bit. Um, I pretty much got the equivalent probably of a jumbo, if not two jumbos, without a hit. Man, is it hard to get? Man, this year, if you get a colored parallel, you did something. Um, but it's just it's a I don't even want to say it's frustrating. Just a little stab in the heart, a prick, if you may, to the collector. And are they telling me to go somewhere else with those prices? Somebody was telling me, "Oh, you're getting it," or not telling me what I watched on a video. SGC is just because PSA went up; they had to go up to make their name viable. What? You would want to keep your price point down. This is your chance to move up, to make a dent in the difference. Get more. What is going to make SGC price go up is A, get more cards in the marketplace, and you do that with lowering the price or having a lower price point, and B, the people that are selling it don't settle for a lower price point. I'm enjoying a lower price point. I don't buy a lot of SGC cards, I'll be honest with you. I don't see a lot. Um, for what I collect, most of the cards I collect, I find at PSA. I picked up one Pete Alonso and a Beckett. I have seen some Pete Alonsos in SGC. I've seen one in a gold pristine. But man, you see a gold pristine, and let me tell you, the SGC value for that is way more than a PSA 10. Um, so I, I know they're hard to get. It's hard to get a regular 10 in SGC right now. Uh, so I think the price points are going to come up. This is the idea I floated to Mike O a minute ago, and I'm going to put it out here in the universe. And I don't know if we can get enough people at the next national, and I would love this as an event. Somebody, I don't care who does it, some third party, you know, challenges the all of them. PSA, Beckett, SGC, HGA, GMA, and I know it's going to be tough for HGA, but bring a computer and a scanner, I guess. You get all five of them. You pick five cards, and I get three people to look at them, to take notes of the cards, and give them. That's not in the grading world, but that we all respect as people. Nolan, Alico 3, that would be my top guy looking at the cards. And just from what I'm taught, and I'm sure there's a ton of people that can look at a card and tell you what a grade's going to be. Micah and I would go with probably maybe JT and his young eyes, and that will be, and you could do uh, baseball collector Mike O, you could do Ryan card collector too. uh, all those guys I trust that can look at a card and a bite and their PSA Bart. Uh, there's a ton of guys that we could get to look at that and write notes on those 5 cards and give and even have them give a grade, and then have the 5 groups put their best grader and let them grade each one and just see what the differences are and see if there is a difference, because and see why they graded it that way, whatever they are, and try to make it like why would one, and then see what it matched up to what our outsiders looked at. And I mean, it's not gonna solve all problems, but I think it'll show probably for the most part that one's not far off from the other, or under a microscope, is it much difference in the 5 grading companies? Is it the flip? And I know a lot of people buy stuff because PSA resells, and I don't blame them for that. If you're a reseller, a flipper, investor, yeah, that makes sense. There's no fault in you in that, but uh, I just would like for just us to understand that there's not much difference in the 5 when it comes to grading, or at least the top 3 in the grading world. And I just want to throw some thoughts. I know it's kind of all over the place, and um, I just don't. I don't know where my future lies in the hobby. I know I'm not going to stop. Uh, I'll be doing something. I don't know if I'm going to put out as much content for right now. I got some outside things going on. Plus, I don't know if I'm going to be picking up as much stuff. I don't know. I'll probably do and be more showing off parts of my collection, things that I do, side projects I'm doing. I'm always working on something different, and just talking with you guys. I'm having a lot of fun on feedback, and um, I got a good group, a good core of people that I believe I get almost the same amount of views. It goes up a little bit each one, and I get the same group that comment. I'd love to have more, and I just think we're still very optimistic in this hobby, and I don't have a problem with prices going up, and I don't have a problem with prices of anything going up. You just got to find where you're comfortable with. If prices go up, I used to buy X amount of cards, or what I spend is going to be the same, right? So instead of buying 10 cards, I buy 4 cards. It's just that's the way they are. Watch Blue Jacket 66. This man is very thoughtful and quick witted and hits the nail a lot of times on the head with what he says. And he said, what card did you not buy 10 years ago that's not more expensive? Well, that's true for a lot of his, because he does older cards. But when you're buying the new stuff and you're taking chances, there's going to be some that's not. But being realistic, if you bought, he was talking about a Willie Mays. Of course, the Willie Mays, 1956, is going to be more expensive now than it was 10 years ago. It's going to be more expensive probably more next week. It might go dip down, but it'll go back up. And I mean, there's a lot of truth to what he said, or I wouldn't repeat it. And I was impressed with that. It made me think, and I love things that make me think. And it did make me think, well, the modern stuff, but that's people are taking chances. I still don't understand. I bring up Jason Dominguez all the time for my example because I don't understand it. I don't understand buying any guy that hasn't been for at least 10 years with. I mean, even Juan Soto now with his cards that they said his pink refractor rookie card is over $1,000. Okay, he's still what, 3 years in the league. There's a lot can happen. There's a still, and then if he falls off, either talent wise, something off the field, gets hurt, then you're stuck with a $1,000 bookmark. Um, that's just how I feel. Mike Trout has made his mark. He's actually, last year he was eligible for a Hall of Fame. All this stuff that's happened. No, they don't necessarily have to be 10 years in the league, but that's just kind of I like to have a good sampling size of more than three before I start spending money like that. And then I might miss out. So be it. If I didn't pull it. Now I'm lucky enough to have a pink tops chrome. I don't have it graded. I don't so I but it's not $1,000, but I have one. Uh I you know, that's just how I'm feeling right now. So let me know what y'all are thinking about all these prices. I know a lot of people in my world, because I'm an old school collector. You don't see any graded. Well, you see way back there, I got graded stuff. But this is I wanted to do this because this is all raw cards. I mean, uh, these are all Mets cards for the most part. It's up way behind me, and none of it's graded. It's a lot of autos and a lot of memorabilia cards. But I mean, I could take this card and put it in a one touch, put my perfect fit sleeve on it. Man, am I happy with that. I got it for the autos anyway. I got it for those two guys are awesome players. David Wright is one of my favorite players of all time, and Mike Schmidt is one of my favorite non Mets players of all time. And he played for the Phillies, for goodness sake. I mean, I like a Philly guy every once in a while. So, with that being said, just what are y'all doing? You know, are y'all just going to stop? I don't know if I'm going to stop 100% because I'm getting I think I'm going to do a bulk order with CDC. So it's like $8 a card. And then you got to have 50 cards. So me and a couple of my friends are going to put cards together and send in an order. I just wish they enlarged what they graded other because I do like getting non-sports cards graded. My last SGC order, and if it comes back in 30 days, which was accepted last week at SGC, so I should get it back by April. Uh, I think I got a mixture. I think I got a Star Wars card and some bigger sizes because they treat the bigger sizes a little bit different in PSA cards graded. And I actually like the toppers and some of the bigger cards graded. I like the SGC holder better. Uh, a little bit than the PSA holders. Because PSA holders are good as long as they use that's the was it the fog glass or whatever uh, plastic. But so we'll wait and see. Hopefully it comes back. But if not, I can wait. I wasn't expecting it back. When I sent it, I was thinking 6 months, 4 months. I think my last one came back in 4 months. Uh, I have at PSA a pack of cards I got graded. Uh, that is coming up. Uh, That is in assembly now, and so that should be coming back to me in the next 2 weeks, I would imagine. So that's going to be around 10 months, I think, gone. Last time I sent one in a pack, it was a year, so it's not, pack. It was just sitting around my room anyway. So sitting there, it doesn't. To me, it really whatever. And I got another small one at PSA that's been there for 6, 7 months now, and it's still in grading. And it's only 6 cards. One of them's a Pokemon card for my friend, which I think we're going to get upcharged on, and 5 cards for me. Uh, and that's all I got out with those two companies. Personal. I got tons of group. I don't have any SGC group stuff out, but PSA, I bet you I got 6 or 7 group orders out right now without looking. So when I get those, I'm probably going to be done for now until they say they got 10 million cards on back order. So we'll see what happens. So leave a like, share, dislike. If you think I just ramble, not make much sense. Let me know what you think about SGC. If you were willing to pay less to wait longer, because you're not really looking to resell. Uh, because I'm in that boat. If they did that like a collector's level where it was $15 and I put 8 months down for all I care, 8 month wait, I would probably go that route with the cards that I want that are going in my collection. Um, that's what I'm doing with PSA. I would really appreciate that, and I think that would not be a bad idea for them. So until next time, and oh yeah, let me know about the having all of them be in a competition with 5 cards to see what it works out. So until next time, uh, hit that like button and please subscribe. Till next time for the fifth one. See ya.